Good evening, USA, International, Canada, Long Island, aka Strong Island, plus the five spots of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Queens. This is your man and homie, G Money Stacks, aka the Gregonator, YouTuber, host with the most, misunderstood lonely nomad, the man who holds the back doors of the Q5 and 24 buses, and of course, unstoppable independent podcaster, and Queens, New York native who is also a New York Mets fan from Laurelton, Queens, New York. And yes, you're now rocking with you're now rocking with me by listening, streaming, and watching the 343rd episode of Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York Avenue podcast, the unfiltered comedy space for entertainment news, wild, crazy, fun topics from entertainment news, music news, including hip hop, transit, and segments in between. All right. Now, look. Now the reason why I'm redoing episode 343 is because of the fact that my Wi-Fi's been acting a little strange lately. So I had to reboot my Wi-Fi, which is my internet. So, um, and also I had to use a different browser. So I decided to use a different browser. So, that's pretty much what that is right there. And I hope y'all had a nice weekend and everything else in between. This is a makeup redo for episode 343. So, um, if you like the episodes that you enjoy and that you enjoy listening and streaming and stuff, all you have to do is this. Be sure to follow the podcast on Threads, Facebook, and Instagram. All right. Um, we're live and direct from StreamYard and YouTube. Be sure to grab the subscribe button on the YouTube channel page of G Money Stacks 555, which is in the episode description. Um, which is in the episode description, so you don't miss out on any new episodes whatsoever. And if you missed the previous episodes whatsoever, please feel free to go ahead and take a listen and tell me how you feel about the topics that's being discussed in each episode. And whatever topics you want me to do, um, I will do my best to actually cover that. All right. Yes, leave a like and a comment along with the along with the topics. Stream, listen, watch, and be sure to enable alerts. Add the podcast to your playlist for new episodes that's dropping on a weekly basis. And of course, and streaming platforms, which includes which includes Spotify for podcasters. There's Audible, Odyssey, Amazon Music. There's iHeartRadio, YouTube, wherever you listen and get your podcast. All right. I'll handle the rest at the end of the podcast recording. All right. Now that I got that out the way, I want to actually, um, I want to direct my attention. Hang on a second. Hang on 1 second. Yes, I'd like to direct my attention to a little thing that I like to call mental health. Yeah, everybody goes through things. So here it is, mental health check-in. All right. Here we go. Um, Here we go. So, today's mental health check-in segment is going to be about persistent depressive disorder. Now, what is persistent depressive disorder, you ask? So, it is characterized by chronic low-level depression that is not as severe, but may be longer lasting than major depressive disorder. A diagnosis of persistent depressive disorder requires having experienced a combination of depressive symptoms for 2 years or more. Additional information about persistent depressive disorder can be found on the National Institute of Mental Health health topics page on depression. Prevalence of persistent depressive disorder among adults based on diagnostic interview data from National Comorbidity Comorbidity Survey replication. Figure 1 shows past year prevalence of persistent depressive disorder among U.S. adults age 18 or older. An estimated 1.5% of U.S. adults had persistent depressive disorder in the past year. Past year prevalence of persistent depressive disorder among adults higher for females 1.9% than for males 1.0%. An estimated 2.5% of U.S. adults experienced um, persistent depressive disorder at some time in their lives. Persistent depressive disorder with impairment among adults. Of adults with persistent depressive disorder in the past year, degree of impairment ranged from mild to severe. As shown in Figure 2, impairment was determined by scores on the Sheehan Disability Act. No, excuse me, Sheehan Disability Scale. An estimated 49.7% of people with persistent depressive disorder had serious impairment, 32.1% had moderate impairment, and 18.2% had mild impairment. All right, so I'm not even gonna. So let's see what else we could talk about here. Let's see. Let me see if there's any. This is crazy. Anyway, yeah, let's keep going here. Yeah, let's keep going. Um, Diagnostic assessment in population. The NCSR is a nationally representative face-to-face household survey conducted between February 2001 and April 2003, with a response rate of 70.9%. Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, 4th edition. Mental disorders were assessed using a modified version of the fully structured World Health Organization Composite International Diagnostic Interview, a fully structured laid administered diagnostic interview that generates both international classification of diseases, 10th revision, and DSM-IV diagnosis. The DSM-IV criteria were used here. The Sheehan Disability Scale assessed disability in work role, performance, household maintenance, social life, and intimate relationships on a 0 to 10 scale. Participants for the main interview totaled 9,282 282 English speaking, non institutionalized civilian respondents. Any anxiety disorder was assessed in a subsample of 5,692 adults. The NCSR was led by Harvard University, unlike the DSM-IV criteria used in the NCSR and NCSA. The current DSM-5 no longer places post-traumatic stress disorder or obsessive compulsive disorder in the anxiety disorder category. They are listed in new DSM-5 categories. Jeez. All right. This is crazy. Um, yeah. Okay. If you like to know more about um persistent depressive disorder, you can call 1-866-615-6464, or you could check out the website at www.nimh.nih.gov, which is the National Institute of Mental Health. All right. So that was your mental health check-in segment pertaining to persistent depressive disorder. All right. All right. So let's get into we're gonna get into some stuff here, man. All right. G Train shutdown. We'll get into it right here, right now, in this segment right here, the New York Mass Transit Files. Let's do this. All right, let's discuss the G Train shutdown. All right, so according to the people from Patch, Brooklyn Nights, the G Train summer shutdown is almost over. However, before service fully resumes, there are a few more disruptions scheduled for commuters. Starting today, G Train service between the Bedford and Nostrand Avenues and Church Avenue stations in Brooklyn will be suspended. Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of Brooklyn cats are probably worried about how they're going to get to certain places without the G train. So that's crazy, right? That's very crazy. Um, yeah. Um, give me 1 second. This change represents the final phase of a month-long interruption, which is expected to end after Labor Day, transit officials said. The suspension is part of the MTA's upgrades to the G Train's outdated signal system aimed at improving service on the crosstown line. The improvements are set to facilitate more reliable service for a system now past the end of its useful life. The G's the G train signal system, which dates back to the 1930s, is being updated with communications based train control to enhance reliability for its 160,000 daily riders. Once the project is finished, the G train will be the third subway line to be fully converted to CBTC, which is which is what I- which is control. Wait, hold on a second. Communications based control. Hold on. Communications based train control is what CBTC stands for. In case anybody don't know. Um, the final phase began this morning at 4 a.m. and will continue 5 a.m. to on Tuesday, September 3rd, just after Labor Day weekend. We appreciate customers' understanding as we work to modernize a signal system that dates back to the FDR administration, said MTA Construction and Development President Jamie Torres Springer. End quote. We're delivering this project better, faster, and cheaper with phased outages that ensure we get this critical work finished as efficiently as possible. The three-phase shutdown of the G line began at the end of June, much to the frustration of Brooklyn commuters who depend on the G train to travel across the borough. To assist residents, the MTA provided free shuttle buses as a replacement, but some passengers reported that the buses nearly doubled their commute times. Despite some complaints, the MTA will continue to offer free bus service during this final phase running between Bedford and North Strand Avenues and J Street Metrotech. At J Street Metrotech, customers can transfer to the F train, which will serve all stops between Bergen Street and Church Avenue stations. We're transforming the subway with a modern signal system that will deliver faster and more reliable service for generations to come, said MTA Chair and CEO General Lieber. I'm proud of the successful shuttle bus operation New York City Transit has delivered to keep train customers moving throughout this duration of this project. Phase three will start with the replacement of curved tracks between Bergen Street and Hoyt Street. This segment where G trains navigate a sharp turn experiences significant wear and tear on both the rails and train wheels, MTA officials said. Extensive shuttle bus service will replace G train operations with buses stopping at all G train stations where service is suspended. During this period, the shuttle buses will make all the stops that the G train normally serves and operate as follows. On weekdays, every 1 to 4 minutes in the morning, afternoon, and evening, every 5 to 10 minutes during late evenings and overnight hours. Saturdays, every 3 to 5 minutes morning, afternoon, and evening, every 5 to 10 minutes during late evening and overnight hours. Sundays, every 3 to 5 minutes morning, afternoon, and evening, every 6 to 10 minutes during the late evening and overnight hours. In phases one and two, the project team completed key upgrades, including rebuilding the train interlocking between 21st Street and Court Square, 23rd Street, Eli Avenue. The new setup includes 3,000 feet of third rail and over 50 miles of new cables for improved communications. A new lubrication system was also added to reduce train noise, making for a quieter and smoother ride. All three phases also included the installation of modern composite railroad ties, which are more water resistant than traditional wooden ties, transit officials said. All right, in other transit news, let's talk about the heroics. The NYPD honored on Tuesday numerous transit cops who police brass say performed acts of heroism in and out of the subway system. Chief of Transit Michael Kemper organized the first Transit Medal Day under his command, and the first to encompass all transit districts in several years. Coming in the wake of several high profile crimes rocked the subway system, including several deadly shootings, Kemper thanked his cops while telling them to ignore the noise. Taking place at the NYPD Academy in Queens, police officers were recognized for everything from rescuing strap hangers from train tracks, stopping profuse bleeding, catching pickpockets, and cuffing criminals bringing weapons into the subway system. Transit officers are our city's unsung heroes. They work day in and day out to help keep our subway system safe. NYPD First Deputy Commissioner um, Tania Kinsella said, who joined Camper in presenting the awards. Just prior to each presentation, attendees got a chance to view dramatic body worn camera footage showcasing officers talking down individuals looking to take their own life, performing CPR on unconscious individuals, and participating in foot pursuits of criminals both above and below ground. Kemper stood in awe of the clips, stating that seeing officers going above and beyond the call of duty made him proud to wear the uniform. Our cops do tremendous work. A lot of what's done isn't recognized. It isn't seen, Kemper told AM New York Metro. Cops do so much more than just fight crime. These are just a few examples. Today is just a small snippet. One of the most bizarre incidents for which transit officers were recognized involved the arrest of a man who was caught bringing a sword into the subway station, which was pretty this which is pretty dumb, by the way, folks. You don't want to do that. You do not want to do that, man. That's crazy. That is crazy. That's crazy, man. Like, why would you do that? That shit makes no sense. You know, that shit makes no sense, man. You feel me? Um, yeah, what's going on with this thing? Anyway, let me keep going here. All right, let me keep going here. What the hell's going on? Yeah, okay, where were we? Where were we? Hold on a sec. Yes, police officers George Bermudez and Randy Vasquez spied the suspect with the weapon inside of Port Authority bus terminal station last year. I didn't believe it at first, Vasquez said, remembering first spying the wannabe samurai. He had a sock over it, covering it, but it was clearly a sword. Upon the arrest, the pair found the suspect to be carrying a cache of weapons, including an array of knives, a hatchet, a large firearm, and even a ninja star. We didn't know what his intentions were with all these weapons, so my partner and I wanted to get him off the streets as soon as possible, Officer Bermudez said. Yeah, yeah, man. Congratulations, man, for getting that motherfucker out, getting that motherfucker out of the streets. Congratulations to the cops, man. All right. Also, Ice Spice is featured on the Metrocards as well. Let's get into it right here, and this is from Complex. Um, yeah, Ice Spice is the latest New York City native to be featured on Metrocards. News 12 reports that 50,000 cards are now available to purchase from the MTA in partnership with Capitol Records. Ice's Metrocard arrives ahead of her debut album Y2K, which doesn't have a release date yet. Beginning, which took place in on May 13th. Subway riders can buy the limited edition MetroCard at four subway stations in New York City: Fordham Road, 4th Station, Fordham Road BD Station, 34th Street Penn Station, A, C, and E train stations, and Times Square, 42nd Street, NQRWS 1237 station. Fans have posted footage of them successfully acquiring ISIS card, while others showed how long lines were to access the vending machines. This isn't the first. This is the MTA's first limited edition MetroCard. Last year, to commemorate the 50th anniversary of hip hop, the MTA released MetroCards featuring portraits of New York City rap legends LL Cool J, Pop, late great Pop Smoke, Rakim, and Cameron from Dipset. Earlier this month, Ice dropped "Give Me the Light" and its accompanying video, her first official single since Think You the Shit Fart. Produced by Real Riot USA. The new track samples Sean Paul's 2002 hit "Give Me the Light," while the visual features a pink Range Rover, which was reportedly Cameron's. Last week, in an interview with Zane Lowe, the 24-year-old credited her mother as an inspiration behind Y2K, saying she embodied the new millennium in its truest form. It's duck nails. It's a tramp stamp, I said. It's brown lip liner, no matter where you go. So thankfully, I had her as my inspo growing up. And of course, just like the internet, you feel me? Just like anyone else. All right. That's pretty dope. All right. All right. So a particular store has been robbed at a Nike store in Manhattan. Let's get into it right here in chatting on the jazz, the segment right here. All right. So let's get into it right here. Um yeah. Give me one moment, folks. All right, here we go. All right, let's talk about what went down in the Nike store, which is pretty stupid, by the way, folks. I want to try this. And here's what's happening, according to the New York Post. A brazen gunman waltzed into a Foot Locker in the Bronx and stole a bunch of brand name clothes, then whined on his way out that a worker dared to jostle him during the crime, cops and staff said Sunday. My correction, it took place in the Bronx, not Manhattan. Um, the unidentified suspect hit the 30th Avenue store about 7:45 p.m., which took place April 9th, police said. He gathered a whole stack of Nike sweatshirts and sweatpants, according to security guard Lawrence Graham, who was not working that day but heard about the ordeal from the guard who was there. Wow. That's crazy, man. That's really crazy right here. Seriously, that's really crazy. Um, wait for it. All right, let's keep going here. Um, End quote. The guy came in and went straight to this right here, Graham said as he gestured toward a rack of gray Nike sweats. He swiped clothes from right here. He pulled out a gun, Graham told the Post on Sunday. He put the gun back and went to the hats, walked around here with the hats, got some more stuff, and walked straight out. On the way out, he mouthed off to the guard, asking why the worker bumped into him. The employee said. The guard said, I didn't bump you. I see you have all my stuff," Graham said. We couldn't stop him because he had a gun on him. Once he flashed the gun, there's nothing you can do. The armed robber strode outside to another man who was waiting on a scooter, and the pair fled, cops said. Graham said robberies aren't common in the Bronx, although he's seen people snatch hats off the racks, but no one has ever pulled a gun. Graham pillared State Assembly Speaker Carl Hesty, a Bronx Democrat, for shutting down Governor Kathy Hochul's plan earlier this month to toughen sentencing violent for violent shoplifters. "I just don't believe raising penalties is ever a deterrent on crime," Hesty infamously said at the time. The store guard responded, "I think that's bullshit. If someone keeps doing the same thing over and over like the first time, let it slide," Graham said. "The second time, something should be done about it, or they are going to think it's okay to keep doing what they are doing. They are just just getting out like it's nothing." He said of suspects freed without bail or given life sentences. "That's my take on that right there." The guard added that his store is mostly quiet, but he still has to keep his guard up. "It hasn't been too wild," he said. "I see stuff happen outside, but not here. Not in Full Locker. You gotta be very vigilant. We are not supposed to go out the store after them," he said of the shoplifters. "Store officials can replace the stuff, but they can't replace our life." Police asked anyone with information to call the NYPD's Crime Stoppers hotline at 1-800-577-TIPS, which is 8477, or for Spanish 1-888-57-PISTA, which is 74782. The public can also submit tips on the Crime Stoppers website at crimestoppers.nypd.org, or on X, formerly known as Twitter, NYPD Tips. All right. All right. Up next, we have up next we got Gunna. All right, so Gunna is easily anticipated according to the folks from Hip Hop DX. Yeah, yes, according to the folks from Hip Hop DX, Gunna's eagerly anticipated return to Atlanta was somewhat tainted after a vicious fight broke out in the crowd. Footage um, Footage from the Tuesday, which took place on June 11th. The show at the State Farm Arena in Atlanta showed multiple people wildly swinging punches at each other near the front row. The fight, which seemingly erupted before Gunna hit the stage, mostly occurred between two women and ended in a ferocious body slam. Damn, son. What is wrong with people? I feel like people nowadays don't really know how to act. It's not really so much about having class, it's that they don't know how to act when it comes to other people. No, they don't. The show was an otherwise triumphant one for Gunna, as he sold out the Atlanta Hawks Arena, a massive achievement considering the criticism he's faced for pleading out of the YSL Rico case, especially from those in the city. A photo shared on social media by an attendee showed the venue packed out with fans, while footage from his performance captured Gunna performing the aptly titled Back in the A in front of the sold out crowd. The concert marked the final stop on his Bittersweet tour, which kicked off in early May and took the YSL rapper across North America alongside support act Flo Milli. The trek came in support of his latest album, One of One, which reached number 2 on the Billboard 200 chart. Gunner can attribute some of his onstage endurance to his rigorous training program, which fans got another glimpse of when he worked out at the New England Patriots training facility. Video of the fucking mean Hitmaker's visit surfaced online earlier this month and showed him doing some core work and dumbbell rows before catching footballs out on the practice field. Outside of his burgeoning football career and day job as a rap star, Gunna also recently launched his debut clothing line titled P by Gunna. The unisex line is a collaboration with the men's division of the popular clothing store Boo Hoo. All right, let's see. All right, let's see. Let's go to all right, let's go to Nelly. He talked about how his era is is the hardest. So, according to Complex, Nelly has claimed hip hop in the 2000s was the most challenging era to succeed in. During his visit to the shop, the St. Louis native reflected on how the Grammys needed to do right by artists and how tough it was to get recognized around the time he emerged in 2000. Nelly came onto the scene like a bat out of hell with his debut album, Country Grammar, which spawned three top 20 Billboard Hot 100 singles, and he had a strong argument for Best New Artist. However, as Nelly explained on The Shop, he wasn't even nominated in that category at the Grammys, which Alicia Keys won. Pair Pair that with Nelly competing with rap titans such as Jay-Z, Eminem, late great DMX, and more in the hip hop space, and you have the context behind his statement. You gotta you gotta understand, my era of music was the toughest era in hip hop ever, said Nelly. When I put out songs, I had to go against DMX, Jay Z, Eminem, Lil Wayne, 50 Cent, Ludacris. All of us are fighting for one spot. So from 99 to like 2008 and 10, it's the hardest era ever. Nelly's claim that the 2000s era of hip hop was the toughest isn't too far fetched. Hip hop went through a significant evolution in the early 2000s that saw the genre expand past the confines of the East and West Coast and into other regions such as the Midwest and the South. With that came a whole new batch of competition amongst rappers aiming for the top spot. Jay Z and DMX kept their success going from the 90s well into the 2000s. And future rap goats like Eminem, 50 Cent, Lil Wayne, Ludacris, and Kanye West were making music, making their voices heard with incredible Rookie showings. Amongst those was Nelly, who sold so well at the time. The Recording Industry Association of America ranked him the fourth best selling hip hop artist in American history, American music history in 2014, behind Hove, M, and Tupac. Hip hop also underwent a sonic transformation in the 2000s that revolutionized the culture and made it one of the leading musical genres in the world today. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's that's very interesting right here. That's very interesting right here. Um, Speaking of Nelly, more Nelly news actually, man. And it's crazy that I heard this, so I want to actually get into it right here. So this is from Yahoo Entertainment. Actually, yeah. Cleveland's annual Machine Gun Kelly Day is back with a special appearance from the rapper's idol Nelly. The Hot and Her hitmaker recently honored the younger hip hop star at his MGK concert, hyping the crowd with some of his greatest hits. His appearance at the party comes days after his casino arrest. Nelly was taken into custody last week after a $50,000 slot machine jackpot triggered an active arrest warrant. Yeah, yeah, that's crazy though. Hold on. All right. Shit. All right. All right. 50 grand. Damn, that's a lot of money right here. All right. However, his lawyer called BS on the search that followed. Machine Gun Kelly's hometown of Cleveland honored his achievements by designating August 13th as his day. However, this year's festivities featured 5 days of celebration from August 9th to the D Day. At the weekend celebration, Nelly, MGK's favorite artist, performed before an excited crowd. He sang his hit songs Grills and Air Force Ones, with the younger rapper raving about his appearance on X. Nelly just performed Air Force Ones at our party. What the fuck? He chimed, adding in a separate post, I should have worn my all whites and threw in the colored fat laces. A fan video of Nelly's Grills performance captured MGK's fanboy moment. He was seen rocking out to Nelly from the stage, singing along to the lyrics and having the best time. Fans doubted on MGK's cute reaction, with one ex user declaring, "I'm so happy for you that you experienced really good times." Nelly's performance at Machine Gun Kelly's festivities seemingly showcased his disinterest in keeping a low profile after last week's run in with the authorities. The blast reported the rapper was arrested at a Hollywood casino in St. Charles, Missouri. His attorney, Scott Rosenbaum, explained that he was arrested after winning a $50,000 jackpot on the casino slot machine. Nelly's lucky day turned bitter after an official claimed they needed to run a background check before giving him the money. Nelly found this move odd, stressing that he had collected more significant sums from the casino without a background check. Nonetheless, he agreed to the officer's demands, leading to the discovery of an active arrest warrant. Oh, brother! The active warrant for Nelly's had reportedly came from a specific traffic stop issue, resulting in the officer's request to search the rapper's bags. They discovered ecstasy among his belongings. However, prosecutors haven't charged him with drug possession. His lawyer slammed the arresting officer's search, claiming he went through his client's bags without probable cause. On that note, they wanted the law enforcer investigated for not following procedures. Sources familiar with the situation claim Nelly initially believed the arrest was a joke or a prank because he was collecting his winnings when the background check revealed the open warrant. Surprisingly, the casino fought over his earnings amid his arrest by cuffing one of Nelly's hands to a chair. He was allowed to use his free hand to collect the remaining 50,000 before cops escorted him out of the establishment. Shit. The casino bus isn't Nelly's first arrest. With the blast sharing, he has a tumultuous relationship with authorities. In 2001, he was taken into custody on drug-related charges in St. Louis after he was caught with a small amount of marijuana. The hip hop sensation was briefly detained before being released in an experience that seemingly kept him out of trouble until 2009. That year, he was arrested during a traffic stop in Sierra Blanca, Texas. Cops reportedly found marijuana, methamphetamine, and a loaded firearm on his tour bus. Shit. However, Nelly wasn't charged with drug possession, but was cited for having the contraband in his vehicle. Jeez. 8 years after 8 years after his 2009 bust, Nelly was arrested and charged with second degree rape. In October 2017, he faced scathing allegations from a woman named Monique Green who accused him of assaulting her on his tour bus. She claimed the incident happened when she was a 22-year-old college student with two anonymous women in England, echoing similar sentiments about the rapper. Nelly denied all allegations, but eventually settled with Green in 2018. Um, from drug-related charges to sexual assault and now a casino drama, Nelly continues to have a tumultuous relationship with the law. Will this be his final arrest? We'll have to wait and see. Now, Hold on, man. Hold on a minute here. Um, Now, let me see. Let me see something here. Um, just a sec. Um, what was that? Oh yeah. Wanted to talk about what's that story? I know I had it. I know I had that story too. This is crazy. Where did I do with that story? Um, where is this? Hold on. Before I go on to the next topic, congratulations are in order. Wanted to actually get into this one right here. So this is from the folks from People. Um, so yes, congratulations to Ashanti. The singer, age 43, and her husband, Nelly, age 49, have welcomed their first baby together, sharing the exciting news on Instagram. In the photo, Ashanti posed in her Freedom Mom disposable underwear, snapping a photo of herself and the mirror as she shared what her fourth trimester looked like. Ashanti and Nelly welcomed their baby boy, Kareem Kincaid Hayes. Um, on July 18th, 2024, which was last month, the proud and happy parents are so in love with KK. A rep for the couple tells people in the carousel of photos on her Instagram, Ashanti also shared a video of herself in a blue robe showing off her body as she said, 4 weeks postpartum, you have no idea what this body can do. Funny how life's plans aren't always on time. I've I've been waiting to be a mom for a long time now, but nothing could prepare me for everything motherhood brings. The newly minted mom wrote in her caption. This is what postpartum looks like. I'm loving these super cozy Freedom Mom shorts. I'm so proud of my body for giving me my baby. Ah, shit. The Grammy Award winning artists first announced they were expecting their first baby together when the R&B songstress shared a video on her Instagram. As Ashanti got ready for a performance, her mom, Tina Douglas, aka the momager, asked her how much time she needed. I'm gonna need about 9 months. Ashanti answered, prompting her mom to look shocked. The singer shared the news with Essence, revealing that not only is she pregnant, but she and Nelly were engaged. This new year of my life is such a blessing, full of love, hope, and anticipation. Ashanti told the outlet, motherhood is something that I have looked forward to, and sharing this with my family, fiance, and loyal fans who have been so supportive of my career is an amazing experience. Nelly and Ashanti tied the knot on December 27, 2023, according to documents obtained by People in June. TMZ was first to report their wedding news. When the famous couple celebrated together at the 11th Black and White Ball at the Four Seasons Hotel in December, they first sparked pregnancy rumors during a moment when both were on stage. The singer rested her hands on her stomach, and as the rapper noticed, he did the same. The two made eye contact before bursting into big smiles and laughter, which many fans took as a hint that there was baby news to share. In September 2023, Nelly confirmed the couple was back together during an appearance on the Boss Moves with Rashida show, saying the reconciliation surprised both of us. It wasn't anything that we planned. We both were pretty much doing what we do, he explained. But sometimes being separate, you understand one another more. You could be like, well, yo, let me exactly see maybe what they see. We all can be defensive sometimes in our own relationships. We know we wrong, but we going to stand on it. You know, you know what I mean? But we all a victim to that. Nelly is already dad to son Cornell the third, who goes by Trey, age 25, and daughter Chanel, who goes by Nana, age 30. The rapper also helped raise niece Sydney and nephew Sean after his sister Jackie Donahue died of leukemia at age 31 in March 2005. Wow. All right. Let me make some noise in a congratulations way to Nelly and Ashanti for having their first child. All right. All right. Let's go to Rick Ross. Hang on 1 second. Let's go to Rick Ross. 1 second here. Just a sec. All right, here we go. Make sure I got my topic straight. Hold on. Hold on 1 second here. Just a sec. All right. All right, hold on. Okay, got it. All right. All right, Rick Ross. Let's get into it right here. So according to the folks from Hip Hop DX, Rick Ross has accumulated a great deal of wealth over his career as a businessman and musician, and he is now giving back by setting others up for success. And this took place from June 25th to the 26th. Rose hosted the inaugural Push It to the Limit luxury and lifestyle auction in partnership with the Creative Collective NYC and the Boss Up Grant, with 800 of his personal items up for sale. All proceeds will be donated to aid entrepreneurs with grants to accelerate their continued impact, business initiatives, and scale their operations. I looked around one day and marveled at how blessed I am, the Miami native said about the drive. I wanted to figure out how to be a blessing to others and share some of the dopest, rarest luxuries with the world that I've collected over the course of my career. Inspired by my brother Pharrell, I thought of an auction with the proceeds to help the next generation of bosses. It was the most player and sustainable way to not only touch my fans but also pour into a community that has poured into me. In addition to designer clothing items, art pieces, RIAA plaques, and a custom made piano that features the cover art of Michael Jackson's Thriller, the Teflon Don MC will also be listing 300 pairs of sneakers from his extensive collection This will include Air Jordan Retro 5, University of Michigan Fat 5, PEs, DJ Khaled, Father of Assad Air Jordans, and Virgil Abloh Off White collaborations. Julian's auctions um, took place in Los Angeles. As for his other business ventures, Ross recently revealed that he is in the process of attaining a license to open his very own zoo. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! When you are in the presence of a boss, this is what you gotta realize. He said in a social media post earlier this month, and you may be just like my homie standing here, saying that he cannot believe that I'm going to have two elephants that I can take care of and nurture. That's why I've already filed for my zoo license. Is that shit even a thing? Like really? Like you really have to you really have to really know and understand the irony behind this though. Like this shit, like you really have to know um you really have to know what type of shit that elephants eat, man. And along with other animals, like yo, that's it's gonna be crazy, man. Anyway, yeah, and it takes time, but guess what? I'm buying right now. Two giraffes. Oh shit. Oh shit. And you are gonna have to climb up somewhere real tall to feed them things. You heard? I've already got it planned out. So when Eddie Murphy get ready to film Coming to America 3 at the Promised Land, I'm gonna provide them animals. I don't know if Eddie Murphy's gonna be doing Coming to America 3 though, man. I'm not too sure if that's gonna really happen. Oh man. Speaking of which, let's get into some things that was learned on the Breakfast Club from D1. But this before we even get to that, I this is a heck of a laugh for me actually, man. this is a this is a this is a fucking laugh to me right there, man. A zoo license and two giraffes. That shit is so fucking crazy funny right there, man. All right, let me see how much time we got. All right, let's get into let's get into 8 things um about D1 from the Breakfast Club, and this is from Hip Hop Wired. So, looking to make a change himself, D actually owns land on Harvard and will be constructing a multi-purpose facility that will contain office building, mixed income. Hang on, mixed income housing, and a student academic center. Applaud that man for the moves he's making. B. Hang on a second. There's got to be more to this. shit. 8 things we learned. Okay. Um. Let me see. Jeez. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on a second. 8 things. 8 things we learned. Okay. Hang on. Okay, wait. Okay. Okay. All right. So 11 albums deep into the game. D1's been doing his thing in music biz for quite some time. While he may not be cracking any GOAT list, the man is still living out his dream and is unapologetic. And let's see. Making his mark since 2009, D1's been doing his best to make hip hop music that contains messages while trying to uplift listeners. Um, as he should. As he should. Um, Recently, he swung by the Breakfast Club to talk about what inspired him to get in the game and how grateful he is to be he is to still be a part of the culture, touching on his career as a teacher and even meeting Afani Shakur. D1's come a long way from his days in homeroom telling his students about his hip hop aspirations. So, 8 things to learn about D1. Let's get into it. 8 things to learn about D1. So, before the rap game, D told his class he was going to give up the teaching game to become a rapper, and being that he's been in the game, uh, he's been in the game as long as he has been. He knows he's been divinely guided thus far in his career. Interestingly enough, he was Fredo Bang's middle school teacher and says he was a funny kid but serious at the same time. Um, let's see. And while attending college, D remembers that um, he went through some personal struggles, including his friend being murdered back home, finding out his girlfriend cheated on him with a few guys on the football team. Damn. And ultimately getting kicked off the basketball team. Talk about holding all the L's that life has to offer. D says that he began going to therapy after feeling down on himself and having suicidal thoughts. Not having anyone to talk to that would cut it as far as giving him some feedback. He decided to get professional help, and it's made him all the better for it. Hoping to educate the next generation of kids, D is releasing a children's book. David found his slingshot, which was inspired by his own childhood in which he was bullied by other kids. He hopes to inspire kids to find their slingshots in their life to help them defeat their bullies. Of course, that's a metaphor. He's not promoting kids to pick up rocks and sling them at their peers out on the streets. D says he used to intern for Jimmy Henchman and wanted to work on the corporate side of the music game, but after a while decided he wanted to be an artist to help influence kids in a more proper way than your average gangster rapper. Seeing one of his students get in, in mob tattoo just because Lil Wayne had it, he saw the impact rappers had on kids and wanted to try to give them something more positive to ponder when listening to his records. And taking it back to his college days, D remembers when he did a talent show at LSU, and Tupac's mother, Afani Shakur, complimented his style, even though he didn't win or even crack the top three of the top performers. Saying his passion on stage reminded her of Tupac. Miss Shakur's words inspired inspired D to continue to chase the dream of being a rapper, and he's all the grateful for it. D1 is currently a professor at Tufts University in Massachusetts and teaches students about the intersection of hip hop and social change. He basically breaks down how hip hop has been used to make social change in the past and how it can be used to continue to make change in the future. And of course, looking to make a change himself, D actually owns land on Harvard and will be constructing a multi-purpose facility that will contain office building, mixed income housing, and a student uh, academic career. Excuse me, academic center. Excuse me. Applaud that man for the moves he's making. Yeah, yeah. Let's do that. This man is very underrated in music, man. He's very underrated. That's crazy to me. But let me give a round of applause and give this man some flowers for the great moves he made, and including turning his life around for having suicidal thoughts. Keep following your goals and dreams. Hold it right there. Next, what we have here. I want to make sure I did not. Let me make sure I did. Yes, Drake. Let's talk. Let's talk about Drake. All right, let's talk about Drake. Let's talk about Drake. Um, all right, so Drake has broken yet another record on Spotify, becoming the first artist in the platform's history to reach 95 billion streams. The tally was confirmed by a company called um, Kward, which keeps track of streams and rankings for different platforms. As of Tuesday, um, the Sixth God had 95 billion 110. Hold on. 110,500,000 on the platform, a total which extends across all of his songs. Drake's numbers are nearly 20 billion more than the number two artist on the list, Bad Bunny, who clocks in at about 75 billion streams. Other artists in the top 10 include Taylor Swift, who I don't really care for, The Weeknd, Justin Bieber, Ed Sheeran, Eminem, Ariana Grande, Kanye West, and Travis Scott. Um, in related news, Drizzy's OVO brand has launched a new collaboration with celebrated Japanese fashion house Needles. In the news, which was first reported by Hypebeast on Friday, um, that took place March 1st, arrived with details of the inaugural collection. Um, the seven-piece capsule will prominently feature the animal logos of both brands, specifically Needle's signature butterfly and the OVO owl. Items that are now available to purchase include tracksuits in black and white, a mohair cardigan featuring October's very own in block letters, an oversized dark plaid shirt, and several t-shirts. The collection launched at the Pentes Tokyo store, um, which took place March 1st. Drake is no stranger to collaborating with Japanese designers, as he recently turned heads thanks to an outfit he worked on with a creator from the country during the opening night of his joint tour with J. Cole. Drizzy took the stage at the Amalie Arena in Tampa, Florida, for the first show of his It's All a Blur, big as the what tour last month. It wasn't long before fans noticed that he had on what appeared to be a dinosaur spine outfit. Soon as the show, Drizzy took to his Instagram stories and shared an image of Japanese artist Shimoda Masakatsu wearing the item, making it clear who likely created the costume. Masakatsu is famous for his dinosaur head and skeleton pieces, which he has made in collaboration with Kame des Garcons. Maza, Maza, Mazakatsu also shared an Instagram post of Drake wearing the outfit, which he captioned in Japanese, "How cool is this?" Okay, Okay, that's pretty dope. Let's see who else. Who else is in the streaming thing? Yeah, Eminem. Let's talk Eminem, man. All right, Eminem, according to Royalty Exchange, Eminem is now only the second rapper after Drake who has crossed 50 billion streams on Spotify. Only six other artists accomplished this task, with Drake leading the pack at 101 billion all-time streams. Excuse me, followed by Taylor Swift at 88 billion, Bad Bunny at 83, The Weeknd at 67, and finally Ed Sheeran and Justin Bieber at 54 billion. This large, this success was largely driven by the release of Eminem's latest album, The Death of Slim Shady. Damn. That made its debut at the top of the Billboard 200 last month with 281,000 equivalent album units, along with the second biggest digital launch in 2023 with 114,000 sales equivalent units. This would be the most significant rap opening of 2024. A little way back from this type of performance was Future and Metro Boomin's We Don't Trust You, which sold 251,000 units in its first week. With that being said, 50 billion streams is equivalent to between $150 million and $250 million on the platform alone. Oof. Wow. Wow. All right. This just goes to show how much of a cash king streaming has become over the course of the past decade. Now, you can even own a piece of Eminem's music through royalty exchange, investing in Eminem's music royalties. Royalty Exchange is known as the leading platform for investors interested in earning from music royalties. In May 2024, Eminem's Hustlers and Hardcore sound recording royalties was sold for $56,000 or 4.38 times its value in the last 12 months. Jeez. Last 12 months. Okay. The catalog has earned $16,144 since 2021 and has a dollage age of 25.03 years. Um, let's see. A higher dollar age is typically indicative of more stable earnings, as older songs tend to have more predictable royalty streams and could suggest that the substantial growth in earnings could potentially stabilize in the future. The catalog earned $13,399 in 2023, up from only $178.82 in 2021. That's 74 times growth in just 2 years. Um, Much of the earnings come from streaming activities from international sources, with 8,786 in the last 12 months. Spotify is the top music source among users in terms of earnings, with $12,663 in the last 12 months. It has more than 13 million streams on the platform. With Eminem now back in the top spot, it's clear that music royalties investors will be earning more from the heavy streaming that his past tracks are generating from Spotify and other platforms. New to music royalties investing, if you are a fan of Eminem or other um, rap artists, you too can start earning from music royalties. We prepared this guide on royalty investing made easy to help you out. At Royalty Exchange, you can choose from thousands of the most popular songs to invest in. We offer hundreds of catalogs that are up for auction. To You can check that out. You can check it out for yourself. Um, you can check that out for yourself actually on royaltyexchange.com. That's www.royaltyexchange.com. All right, let's see what else we got to talk about here. Let me see. Let me make sure I don't miss out on anything. Um, Let me make sure I don't miss out on anything though. Uh, um, yes. Let's go to Rockaway Beach. Okay, let's go to Rockaway Beach. So Rockaway Beach, and for those who didn't know, a while back, Rockaway Beach welcomed back tens of thousands of New Yorkers on Saturday as the city reopened 14 miles of public beaches one day after Mayor Eric Adams announced a surprise deal between New York City Parks and DC 37. The union representing lifeguards sold more beaches could be open during the Memorial Day weekend, which already happened. Um, During a hastily scheduled press conference at City Hall on Friday, the mayor and NYC Parks Commissioner Sue Donahue said on an arbitration panel issued an award in the city's ongoing recognition negotiations with the DC 37 bargaining unit that will functionally pave the way for the city to be able to hire more lifeguards, allow more swimming capacity at beaches and pools, and improve operations of the city lifeguard program. Today's a big win for public safety at our pools and beaches, means we'll be able to hire more lifeguards for this summer and get even more in the pipeline for summers to come, Adams said. All our lifeguards will still be trained in CPR, first aid, and rescue skills, and we'll be able to have our strongest swimmers focused on our beaches where conditions are rougher, like the beaches along the Rockaway Peninsula, where riptides can be particularly dangerous, posing a threat over the last several years due to chronic lifeguard shortages. Um, since the pandemic, it's been an enormous challenge throughout the country. We know to hire lifeguards, and New York City has been no exception, Donahue said. At parks, we have been working hard to rebuild our lifeguard ranks and have implemented new policies to bring as many lifeguards as we possibly can. Fully staffed beaches and crucial fully staffed beaches are crucial to the economy in the Rockaways, but after multiple fatal drownings in recent years, council member Joanne Areola has reservations about the lifeguard deal. End quote. We absolutely should not be slashing standards in such an important area, Ariola told QNS on Saturday. Like our lifeguards need to be supremely qualified to ensure that if a crisis happens, they are in the best condition possible to save a life. The city should be devoting more resources towards swimming education so that young New Yorkers will have the opportunity to develop the skills necessary to make them excellent lifeguards. Cutting standards like this is dangerous, and I can't see any good coming from it. It is a tragedy waiting to happen. Of course, Queensborough President Donovan Richards, who grew up at the Ocean Villages apartments further east on the peninsula in Auvergne, was pleased an agreement was reached reached a day before the start of the swimming season. Today's announcement is good news for all those who rely on our city's beaches and pools to keep cool in the summer, Richard said. This will help address our city's life severe lifeguard shortage and make our pools and beaches safer for all those who use them. I look forward to seeing more and more lifeguards on duty in Queens and throughout the city in the very near future. Just days earlier, Donahue and Richards joined Rockaway elected officials and community leaders at the Beach 94th Amplified Theater and warned that lifeguard shortages could still pose staffing problems and that sections could be closed off on a day to day basis. Lifeguards will be on duty daily from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. They are here for you. Excuse me, they're here for your protection, so be sure to follow their directions, Donahue said. Only go in the water when there is a lifeguard on duty, and swimming is prohibited where lifeguards are not present or in closed sections of the beach. Richards said beachgoers should never swim on sections where red flags warn that lifeguards are not on duty. Then he went up to the boardwalk to check out the beachfront. It's not summer in Queens until Rockaway Beach is open for the season, Richards says. I encourage everyone to enjoy the wonderful sand and surf available here in this beautiful oasis that you can only find right here in Queens. Council member Joanne Areola agreed. There really isn't any place in the world like Rockaway, Areola said. Whether you travel by train, by bus, by ferry, by car, you experience the most beautiful beaches and great restaurants here. This is what our peninsula has to offer. And we want to share that not just with the city, but the world. Areola was also pleased that NYC Ferry is bringing back the popular Rockaway Rocket service as well as the Rockaway Reserve tickets that took place during the Memorial Day weekend. The ferry is an amazing way to bring people from all across the city to the Rockaways, where they can enjoy not only our beautiful beaches, but also the many great shops and restaurants that the peninsula has to offer, she said. And with parking at a premium and enforcement promising to be stricter than ever this summer, the ferry offers a great alternative to a car for those looking to spend a day at the beach. No more driving around forever looking for parking. Just hop on the ferry, relax, and enjoy the trip. Yeah, it may work for some people, but it doesn't work for everybody. I mean, everybody has options when it comes to enjoying themselves at the beach. in Rockaway, in Rockaway, Queens. So there you have it right there. Let's see what else we have to talk about. Let's see. Um, let's see. All right, let's get into some TV stuff. All right, let's get into a little segment that I I love doing, which is TV show checkouts. This is where I actually talk about some TV shows and documentary series or documentary series and stuff like that that's coming out. So here it is. Here it is. TV show checkouts. Let's see. I want to start off with the Freaknik Wildest Greatest House Parties. Actually, wait a minute. That is a documentary. It's a documentary movie. I'm sorry. Um, yeah, let's start off with Power, man. Let's talk about Power. So obviously there's been um like a trailer. So let's get into it right here. Power Book 2 Ghost is gearing up to conclude after four successful seasons, and Stars has set the premiere date and dropped the official trailer for season 4, part 2. The series returns September 6th at midnight Eastern on the Stars app and via linear at 8 p.m. Eastern Pacific Time in the US and 9 p.m. Eastern in Canada. The trailer is above, and a few first look images can be found below. Part 1 of Power Book 2 Ghost Uncovered Unanswered high stakes questions. Part 2 of the final season will showcase the adage like father, like son. Tariq finds himself in an eerily similar situation, just like his late father Ghost, stuck between a rock and a hard place with the choice to leave the game or take over. The adage is also interesting because of its implications for how his son took out Ghost in the flagship series Power. Um, Diana Tejada, who plays Latoya Tano Dio, is currently pregnant with Tariq's baby. So while a fetus can't murder its father, there's some wiggle room as to how something like this could happen. A flash forward might prove challenging for the series if they decide to pick up the story in the future spinoff, which they have to do with the dual cancellations of Ghost and Force, right? Otherwise, the timeline dies. Pushing the timeline too far forward may not make much sense either, because nobody is trying to see Tommy fighting in his grandpa years. But hey, this is the Power Universe where anything and everything is possible. Entrapped by Detective Carter, played by Michael Ealy, the Tejada family realizes their safety is not guaranteed. Monet, played by Mary J. Blige, fiercely fights for her family to become whole again. But is it too late? Noma, played by Carolyn Chikezi, is working her way to the top of the food chain. Meanwhile, her daughter Anya, played by Sydney Winbush, gets too close to the game, forcing Noma to think twice about her actions. I don't know about anybody else, but I love to see Monet face off against Noma, two of the baddest women in the game. They both have a lot to lose, but it's the final episodes of the series, so hopefully they don't hold back on the action. As a reminder, no major character died in season 4, part 1, so it's fair to assume part 2 will be a bloodbath. Only the strongest and smartest will survive. Chime in with your predictions in the comments. Also, on the law enforcement side of things, there's still that little issue of Angela's sister Paz, played by Elizabeth Rodriguez, getting revenge for the murder of her son. There's still a lot to be accounted for, and only 5 episodes to wrap things up. The season 4 cast also includes Method Man as Davis McLean, Gianni Paolo as Braden Weston, Woody McLean as Kane Tejada, Lavelle Adams Gray as Drew, Alex Lepre as Effie Morales, Lawrence Tate as Rashad Tate. Additionally, recurring actors include light-skinned Keisha as um, Brashandria Carmichael. Power Book 2 Ghost is the first series in the Explain Power Universe franchise. Brett Mahoney serves as showrunner and executive producer for season 4. The Power Universe series is executive produced by the creator and showrunner of the original Power, which inspired the full universe, Courtney A. Kemp, through her production company End of Episode, and 50 Cent through G Unit Film and Television, and Mark Canton through Canton Entertainment. Lionsgate Television produces the series. 4 stars. All right. Yeah, and I did not know that was so this is the documentary I was talking about right here. This is not real. Well, yeah, this is a documentary. I don't know. Yeah, this is a documentary right here. So this is basically all right. So now we can get to Freaknik Wildest Greatest House Parties. All right. So Freaknik the Wildest Party Never Told is a new documentary from Jermaine Dupri, um, 21 Savage, and Luther Campbell, which premiered on Hulu on Thursday, um, March 21st. The documentary shares the untold stories surrounding the popular um, Atlanta parties that swelled to popularity in the 90s, taking viewers back to the roots. The documentary details how Freaknik started as a spring break picnic created by Black college students at an Atlanta HBCU in 1983. It's all educational. It's Black history. Personally, to me, Dupree told the Associated Press, for those who need that assurance, I would never allow my name to be involved with something that's going to put a black eye on Atlanta or do anything that I feel like is going to set this culture backwards. The pre 21 Savage, Luther Campbell are executive producers on the documentary, along Terry T.R. Ross, Melissa Cooper, Alex Avant, and Teresa Sanders. It's also a coming of age story, supervising producer Deshaun Blair explained to CNN. You were able to come of age, but not have the pressure to have to be in the spotlight, not have that pressure to have cameras all over you. I think it was just such a bit of Black Joy. The documentary features Killer Mike, 21 Savage, Lil Jon, Dupree, Campbell, Too Short, Eric Sermon, Jalen Rose, Shanti Das, former Atlanta Mayor Kasim Reed, and more. Now, how to watch online, you ask? So, Freaknik, The Wildest Party Never Told is available to stream free to Hulu subscribers. If you are not subscribed, you can watch the documentary with a 30-day free trial to Hulu. How much does Hulu cost, you ask? Plans start at $7.99 per month for the basic streaming package, but Hulu also provides a student discount package for just $1.99 per month. Annual plans and bundles with Disney Plus and ESPN Plus. You can watch Hulu on your TV, smartphone, and other streaming devices via the Hulu app or online at hulu.com. Want to stream live channels? You have Hulu and live TV combined. Everything you need in one plan. Hulu and live TV is $76.99 per month to stream with ads, and $89.99 for ad-free streaming. The plan includes 90 plus live channels such as ABC, CBS, NBC, ESPN, Bravo, TLC, OWN, FX, A&E, and Lifetime, in addition to access to Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN Plus. Damn. And ESPN Plus. Yes. Hulu subscribers can stream original series, movies, sports, and shows on network television, including Shogun, The Bear, Self-Reliance, The Bachelor, The Masked Singer, Poor Things, the forthcoming series, We Are the Lucky Ones, NBA games, March Madness, NHL, and more. So there you go, right there. There you go, right there. All right. All right. Let's get into some food and drink, shall we? Actually, yeah. Let's get into it right here in another segment that I like to call Munchies and Drinks. Munchies and Drinks. So, yeah, Munchies and Drinks. Let's get into it. All right. All right. Let's get into all right, let's get into this right here. Italy. A brand new Italy location will be opening its doors at Hudson Yards next year. The global Italian marketplace and retail concept, a staple in New York City's food scene since 2010, is expected to open the Hudson Yards location in spring 2025, joining the curated collection of brands at the shops and restaurants at Hudson Yards. The Hudson Yards store will mark Manhattan's fourth Italy location, with the first location opening in Italy Flatiron in 2010, followed by Italy Downtown in 2016. Italy Soho opened the most recently in December 2023. At its newest location, Italy plans on continuing its mission to provide Italian food and wine excellence to guests. As a store, Italy offers a wide array of premium Italian products that truly showcase Italy's culinary artistry. Italy's New York City locations in Flatiron and downtown also offers dining options such as La Pizza, and La Pasta, which is Flatiron and downtown, Vino and Bar Fiorentino, which is also in downtown, Bar Milano Serra by Barreria, La Piazza, um, um, El, Pista- El Pistachio di Italy, no, Italy, excuse me, El Passe and El Patio di Italy Flatiron. And if you like to learn and if you'd like to learn more information, you can visit www.italy.com. Not Italy, Italy. For those of you who may not know, is Eataly. So there you have it, right there. Let's see what else we got to talk about here. Let's see. So, okay, we got the newest breakfast spot. We can talk about that. What the hell is going on here with this thing? All right, so start your day and commute off right this summer with Point Seven's brand new breakfast menu. The upscale seafood restaurant attached to Grand Central Station saw Midtown's need for an elegant place to sit down for breakfast, said chef owner Franklin Becker, and they made it a reality. On the weekdays from 7:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m., customers can experience what makes uh, this restaurant one of Midtown's go-to destinations. 7 Point stands for the fact that 70% of the earth is covered by water, shared Becker. Oceans kind of flow freely, and therefore our foods flow freely from style to style. Cultural and culinary expression flourishes at Point Seven. Highlights on the menu include the Japanese breakfast featuring grilled fresh market fish with steamed rice and miso soup, and the eggs um Benedict shakshuka, putting an Israeli twist on the classic dish. Steak and eggs in red chimichurri, and San Francisco's Hangtown Fry with poached oysters are also favored by staff and customers. Aside from the food, the decor at Point 7 is another crowd pleaser. From dried corals adorning tables to cozy booths, bouquets, and a perfect view of the bar, our ambience is sophisticated, modern, and friendly, expressed Becker. The main dining room also features a mirrored ceiling which reflects the mesmerizing seating layout of curvy booths and tables. 7.7 also prides itself on being the go to happy hour bar for everyone living and working in the area. It's just something that people can enjoy themselves in. It's a feel good restaurant. And if you'd like to learn more information for Point 7 and its new breakfast menu, you can visit their website. Let me pull up the website for you folks at home in the New York area, neck of the woods. So the website is www.point7nyc.com. All right. It's gonna have some food menus and everything that you could think of in the choices above. All right, so let's get into wait. Let's get into all right. Let's get to the summer cocktails, man. Since this is summertime, actually, so let's get into some summer cocktails, man. You know what I mean? Let's see. All right, so this is from delish.com. Chances are, if you are looking for a member of Team Delish, summer likely by a pool or the beach, you'll likely also see us with a fruity, flirty, fun cocktail in hand. What could be best than that? Very little. It turns out, especially when we're enjoying all the beach days, barbecues, and picnics that pair perfectly with one of these summery drink, from frozen drinks to icy margaritas to tropical tiki drinks. There's something here for every mood, party, and holiday this summer. Celebrate the return of weather, warm weather, and sunshine with these 60 essential cocktails. Cheers. Summer days are long, which means you are likely to find yourself drinking during the day and into the night. If you don't want to risk going overboard, try one of our tips for lower ABV cocktails. First off, we love adding seltzer to a cocktail um, to make it extra bubbly and keep us hydrated. Yep, that might be true. Try our bittersweet Aperol spirits or our pina colada spirits. We've added soda water to both to great effect. You could also go simple with our ranch water. What the hell? Ranch water? What the fuck? Ranch water. Oh shit. Ranch water cocktails. Oh shit. It's pretty much a tequila soda with wine with added corn trio to make it like a less sweet margarita. Our our second trick is to make your drink more savory than sweet. It's super easy to suck down a sweet cocktail fast, but add a few salty Yamani ingredients, and it becomes something to savor. Try our base um, Michelada, excuse me, which is secret ingredient soy sauce, or something that feels like a vacation in a glass, like our pre Pim's cup or our newest bikini Bellini. Yo, what the hell? Don't have a blender? No sweat. Go with one of our summer fruit inspired margaritas instead. We got a peach margarita, a frozen margarita, a spicy jalapeno. Oh man, a spicy jalapeno margarita and more. Take these recipes as proof you can pretty much turn anything into a marg. Then get creative. Not a tequila fan, we got you too. Try our rum runner, our light, bright strawberry mint sangria, or our classy citrusy almondy mai tai. If you are having a summer party, cocktails are important, but don't forget options for other refreshing beverages too. Whether it's mocktails for your for your teetotaler friends, or non-alcoholic drinks like lemonade and iced tea, we've got options. Now, I'm not gonna go through all 60 all at once. I'm gonna save some of the stuff for a future episode. So I'm just gonna go through the list of drinks, summer drinks, starting with number one, strawberry, the kiwi. No, the kiwi. Strawberries, the kiwi, yeah. Strawberry daiquiri. All right. It's a frosty, vibrant, and the perfect amount of sweet. This frozen daiquiris blend of juicy red strawberries brightened with zesty lime is too refreshing to deny, only requiring four ingredients. It's our ideal excuse me, summer summer cocktail to welcome the warm days ahead. Of course, you can get the strawberry daiquiri recipe so you can learn how to make it. Number two, Campari Spirits. Move over, apparel. There's a new spirits in town. The Campari Spirits, bubbly, bitter, and very refreshing, is the perfect drink for a leisurely pre-dinner hang or happy hour with friends. With just 5 minutes and five ingredients, you can have this cocktail in hand ASAP. You can get the Campari Spirits recipes so you can learn how to make it. Number three, Cosmo Summer Slush. A frozen slushy drink can make any summer day or Tuesday evening feel like a mini tropical vacation. While frozen margaritas might be a classic for summer, we think that now that Sex in the City is back on Netflix, Cosmos, especially this frozen version, are back in the chat and ready for the summer spotlight. You can get the recipe on how to make the Cosmos Summer Slush. Number four, Hugo Spirits. We love the idea behind a sparkling wine cocktail, but sometimes we're not always into the bitterness of the omnipresent apparel spirits. Enter the Hugo Spirits featuring floral, fruity, Saint Germain, fresh lime, and mint. It's the perfect crisp alternative to heavier drinks. Whether you are hanging by the pool or throwing a backyard party, it's bound to become your go to summer sip. It's also low ABV, so you can enjoy them from afternoon till night too. You can get the Hugo Spirits recipe. Number five, frozen margaritas. Classic margaritas are a staple summer cocktail, and we've had our share of fun experimenting with endless variations, from fruity varieties like peach and pineapple to spicy jalapeno. Delish has a margarita recipe for any and every taste and occasion. But when we're craving an icy, oh so refreshing twist on the classic, we turn to these classic frozen margaritas. You can get the frozen margaritas recipe to make your own. I don't understand why you put jalapeno peppers in margaritas. I don't understand it. I don't understand this. Oh man. Number 6, poolside popsicle spritzers. All right. As much as we love sipping on a cold, low ABV spirits, watching the ice rapidly melt and water down our cocktail is less than ideal. Enter the poolside popsicle um, spritzer. We swap the plain old ice and spirits for homemade boozy pop. As it melts, the pop infuses your drink with sweet summer flavors, all while keeping it cold. So feel free to set it down during the day at the pool or any outdoor gathering. This spirits only gets better the longer it sits. You can get the poolside popsicle spirit series recipe to make your own. All right, so number 7, frozen lemon cello drop. You know, you know what they say when life gives you lemons? Add a splash of vodka. Think lemonade slushy, but make it Italian and alcoholic, and you'll have this frozen cocktail. This lemon cello drop martini is the perfect blend of tart and sweet, and is the easiest, most refreshing drink you'll make this summer. You can get the frozen lemon cello drop recipe to make your own. All right, I am going to save the rest of the. I'm going to save the rest of the summer drinks for another time. Um, as you can see, I am going to end up wrapping this up. I'm gonna wrap this up right here, man. Hold on. All right, I'm about to wrap up here. Time for our last segment of the night. Stream choices on the go. Let's do this. You at home, I want y'all to do something for me. I want y'all to go ahead and follow Off the Meat Rat Chainz New York Avenue podcast, especially on Facebook, Threads, um, Instagram, alongside with my other podcast shows that I do. Um, Alongside with other podcast shows that I do, make sure you follow my other podcast shows, which is Excellent Fun Vibrant Talks podcast, um, my sports show, sports edition show actually, and make sure you follow my entertainment review show, Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast, as well as myself, your homie G Money Stacks, host with the most, G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York. Turn your notifications. Um, I will be getting a new Android tablet in a couple of days. I don't know when I'm going to get it, but I will let you know when I get it. I'll let you know when I'll do my recaps of the episodes that I did not get a chance to actually put on Instagram Live due to a little difficulty with a certain pop up and all that other stuff. You're gonna have to stay tuned for that one right there. Um, also, you go to my link tree and you're gonna see a list of streaming platforms with the links. I will gladly go over where you can actually listen, stream, and watch. Starting with um, Odyssey, Audible, Audio Burst, Amazon Music, Breaker, Bullhorn FM, Castbox FM, Deezer, Listen Notes, Moon FM Podcast, Overhaul FM Podcast, Player FM, Pocket Cast, Podbay, Podfriend, Podhound, Podopolo, Podorama, Podcast Index, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Podverse, Podcast Guru, Podvine, Snip, Spotify for podcasters, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, Fountain, Radio Public, iHeartRadio, the number one app where you can listen to music, radio, and podcast episodes for free. You don't need a debit card or credit card to download iHeartRadio or anything like that whatsoever. It's free 99. All you need to do is go ahead and subscribe on iHeartRadio and other streaming platforms, and make sure you grab that subscribe button on the YouTube channel page G Money Stacks 555 for more live video episodes. For more live video podcast episodes, be sure to leave a like and a comment and let me know what you think of the episodes topics. Let me know how you feel about the summer drinks. I will come back in the future episode to cover the summer drinks. I will cover massive stuff. If you like me to talk about some things to add to segments like munchies and drinks, um, TV show checkouts, movie man cave popcorn, um, New York New York Mass Transit Files, and any of the segments that I do. Um, you're more than welcome to actually add that in the comments section. All right. So and be sure to leave a like and a comment. Listen, stream, and watch new episodes. Be sure to add the podcast to your playlist. Be sure to download. Be sure to enable alerts for new episodes, especially being uploaded to the YouTube channel page, and including the day, the date, and time the live stream will start with the episodes. And of course, be sure to tell a friend to another friend, whatsoever. And listen, and be sure to make sure you spread the word, tell a friend to another friend, and share the link tree that says linktree/G Money Stacks 555. And of course, be sure to check out new episodes, especially on every streaming platform that I just mentioned, wherever you get your podcast. All right. Be sure to to tell your husbands, your wives, your boyfriends, your girlfriends, friends, people you're cool with from work, and And yeah, that will do it, man. That's gonna do it for me. I'm your man G Money Stacks, aka the Gregonator. Thank you very much for being so patient with me and joining me on the redo of episode 343. I do apologize for my Wi-Fi being all messed up and shit. But remember, the grind doesn't stop. Hard work pays off. If you want something, you have to work hard and earn it, because it's not going to be given to you on a fucking silver platter, all right? And also be sure to find your niche, find something that clicks to you, follow your heart, your goals and dreams. Um, Creatively, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. All right? That gets you into your zone alongside with tunnel vision. Now, now, like I said before, in case you miss any episodes whatsoever, please go ahead and catch up on the episodes. And if you if you love the episodes and you like the show that I started and stuff like that, like I said, be sure to follow the podcast on social media platforms, streaming platforms, and of course, be sure. And if you like to, and if you want, you can volunteer by making a charitable donation to my Cash App or my PayPal, whichever choice works for you. It's in the episode description, so you can't really miss that. Um, so yeah, so yeah, I'm up out of here. I'll see y'all next time on the flip side. Be sure to stay cool. Be sure to be careful while you're going to work. Be sure to be careful with knuckleheads. Be sure to be careful out there on these streets, especially going home and everything else in between. I appreciate every single one of y'all who took the time to actually be patient with me, especially when I was going through some stuff behind the scenes. I will, however, address the whole bus driver situation um, next time, but I'm not gonna do it right here. So I'll save that for next time. So peace and one love. I hope y'all enjoy your weekend and don't let anybody stop you. Don't let any fucking asshole like a bus driver tell you not to hold the door and tell you not to do anything whatsoever and all that other shit whatsoever though, man. So I'm out of here. Peace and one love. Enjoy the rest of your week. I'll be back for the next episode. Peace out. One love. Good night, everybody.